And they're coming up really nicely. Last night I made a really nice one, and right now I cannot find it. But these are the granny squares we're kind of working on. We're doing like different granny squares. Oh, I did two of this one. Anyways, so we're doing different granny squares. So I'm just going to be working on these. I didn't realize that I had a brown one, so this is just extra. Throw it to the side. But yeah. So I'm trying to have some kind of organization to the madness so that I don't kind of confuse myself. So for each granny square that I have here, um, or I'm making, I'm gonna do like yellow, 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 green, green, green. You'll see. There's some, uh, there's some, what's the word I'm looking for? Organization to the madness. But yeah. So I'm just gonna be vibing. I'm gonna put my music in my ear. But if you're new here to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And that way you never miss a upload. Hopefully you guys can see well. Alright, so a granny square is basically a bunch of double crochets. There's a couple of different granny squares, and I think I'm gonna start learning a couple of them. But you don't have to just do the classic granny square. I really do want to make these they're called scrap pants, but they're not going to be scrap pants for me because it's going to be well thought out. But I don't know, I be feeling like sometimes when it comes to clothing for myself, for some reason I don't feel like I could commit to it. Like I started a cardigan a little while back, and I did the arms, and that's it. That is it. So I'm like, you know what? The arms are done. So if I ever do decide to make a sweater, guess what? The arms are done. Right? So this is how the white one is looking. So I left the link to my shop in the description box. If you want to visit, shop some crochet items. I got crop tops over there. I got my ebook, The Art of Waist Beads. And now I'm adding my beanies. So if you could see the title or like the cover of this live, that's one of the beanies that I made. So I did all the yellows for now. So we're gonna do next, I guess, let's do we got the brown, we got green, we got pink. One got yellow on yellow though. All right, that's okay. All right, so now we're gonna do this like burgundy color, and we're gonna start with the greens. Let me grab my green. And I grabbed a yarn roller, and it's been the best experience of having, because it organizes my yarn so nicely, and it's so nice to look at, very aesthetically pleasing. So I mean, you can use a lot of yarn or a little bit, but you'll get these like cute designs when you roll it up. So highly recommend. I'm just gonna roll this up real quick. Roll that up, get that out the way, because at a point my yarn was getting out of control. Like really, I just threw it away. I couldn't even bring myself to beginning to start sorting that stuff out. All right, so we're gonna do this color add-on. So I'm gonna, this is how I put my color on. I kind of just loop it over and then hold it and then pull it through. And then the color that you leaving behind, the burgundy, I find like the working yarn for that. And then I pull it down. You see it got tight? And then I hold it there, and then I hold down the tail for the new yarn, and then I pull the working yarn. And I got a good, like, you see, grip. And then I chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then I just crochet. So that's how I add on my colors. I don't know. There might be some other technique that you probably could use, but I just be doing what I do. Like this morning, I was trying to learn how to, you know how you tie on, like, all right, for example, when you're in the middle of your work and in your project and you gotta like add on more yarn, like there's a fancy knot that they know how to do. There's a fancy knot out there. And I'm sitting here on TikTok, you know, and I'm like, okay, let me check out this fancy little knot. And it was just doing too much. I'm like, man, listen, I don't got time for that. Do a nice little loop-de-loop, and that's okay. Like, it's gonna hide in the work. I will disguise it. It don't have to be extra. So sometimes in the crochet world, yes, there is right ways, but you gotta do what you're comfortable with. But yeah, this is how I'm trying to keep some kind of organization to the madness. I'm like, let me lay out the colors side by side, because that way I know that I'm getting all the colors. And then when I assemble these hats, it should be easy. Now, I have a couple of squares. I don't even know how many squares I'm going to do. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. All right. Well, I'm going to have to make some more granny squares in order to make another hat. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Matter of fact, you know what? I'll probably just work up another couple of squares now, so that way I could probably knock out 2 hats, because that's my problem. I'm trying to make a lot of stuff right now, but I'm doing it one at a time, versus I probably could like do a bunch of granny squares and then have a day of putting them all together, assembling the hats, because your girl got goals. Your girl got goals. But I don't know if this is a better view for you guys, or if I should just get on camera. We're gonna try both ways today. I always try to play with the camera. So I'm about to reposition my camera and be right back. Can I pause this? I don't even know. Alright, let me see. Let me see what I could do. Hang on. Alright, so let me see how I can fix this thing. There we go. I'm back. Says remind me of my mom making me a sweater. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah. I have yet to make a sweater though. I want to. I started to. And I will one day, but I got a lot of projects I want to do. I got a lot of family members who's like, yo, I want to do rag. I want this. I want that. So after I finish getting ready for this pop-up, then I could do my little family projects and stuff like that. But I like to do little side projects, because sometimes like for me, this is work. This is work because I know it's going towards my pop-up. But then I'll have like a side project that just keeps me motivated, something that works up fast. This is how this one looks. So this one is the yellow one. This is the green. So I'm going to put that on in the pile. And now we're going to move on to I guess the green and the white. Did I make a white one for that? No, I did not. All right, so that's why I was missing some. So I'm gonna make a full granny square. I guess I thought I had made, I didn't make no white ones because last minute I was like, oh, you know what? Let me add in one more color. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I like how it looks. So I should have about, I don't know. I'll have to count again. But the goal is to get at least 2 hats out of this color combo. So then that way, I won't have 2 of the same exact hat, but I'll have 2 common ones. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribing and hit the notification and share with someone who needs to see this, who likes to crochet, who likes waist beads, who likes to vibe out, all that good stuff. So, but yeah, so this is how my yarn looks after putting it in my cute little yarn spinner. You are looking amazing. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, you know, I lost a total of 36 pounds so far, so progress is definitely happening. Feeling good, definitely have a lot of energy now. Always doing something. Hey, Nita, welcome. It is awesome. It is. So I'm getting ready for another pop-up shop. So I really do want to, like, a part of me want to make something to wear, you know, because what better way to sell your brand than to wear your own stuff, right? But I don't know. Like the last top that I wore was really out there. And it sold. It did sell. It was more like a cover up. If I had photos with me, I would show you right now, but we are live. All right, so we're gonna do, I got a yellow, I gotta do a green. So we're gonna do white. We got the white, and then I'm gonna add the green. Congratulations. I do keto and I lost 115. Wow. You know, I did keto years ago, and that taught me a lot about how to eat, because like doing this after having like the actual surgery and stuff like that, like you still got to have some good eating habits. And I feel like I have them because of keto. Like I could be anywhere and be like, all right, if all fails, meat and vegetables. Like it doesn't even, life does not have to be complicated. Meat, vegetables, cheese is protein. Like I could get with that. So kind of like the lifestyle that I have now is kind of like keto. But I do get to have things like potatoes and stuff like that. So it's not as strict, but my portions are tiny. So it evens out. But I'm just doing these cat beanies, spitting them out. I have so far, let me see if I can show y'all. I got this one. This is a cat beanie. My mom called me the other day. She was like, I need that one. So I'm going to have to make her this one again. And I have a black and white one. And then I have one that I need to re-thread, because it was like my first couple of hats. So I need to fix it. And I'm just like dreading it, because I'm going to have to just do it all. And I hate going over my work. So that's okay. That is okay. So we're going to do this green. And then after this one, we're going to do the yellow and green. No, we got the yellow and green. Oh, the green and yellow. Okay. the other day I was in the car and I don't know, I was like, let me take my work with me so I can get some little projects done. And I caught myself making some granny squares. And then when I got home, I was about to start assembling the hat and I'm looking at my granny squares and I'm like, why are these so small? And I just completely was doing my own like thing that I had to refeed and redo those granny squares because I liked the color, so I didn't want to throw it away. And I could have used it for maybe another project, but I really wanted to use it. Um okay, I see I messed up here. It's supposed to be a hole here. I want to learn the ruffle hat. Will you do a step-by-step how to? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So what I would suggest for you to pick up, I don't even think I have any of it on me, but they have something called the Medela brand yarn. They have them in Walmart. And they're like $5 or $6. So if we could try to plan it so that way you can have yours. So grab it as soon as you can. And I'm gonna try to go to Walmart today because I was just saying that to my husband. Like, I'm running low on the ones that I have. This was one of the cakes, they call it. So but I figured that I found out that when I use the Medela brand yarn, you don't have to use as much yarn because when you use the acrylic yarn like this one that I'm using here, the ruffles, you have to use a lot of yarn to get those ruffles. And I'm actually playing myself because this green, I just remember, is supposed to be for some ruffles. Oh my goodness. I have yarn and needles. Is a 5 or 6 or better? Is a 5 or 6 better? I use 5. My go-to is 5, but right now I'm using a 4.5 hook. And this is a good brand. These hooks are expensive. They're like $10 a pop, but like your hands are very comfortable. So, you know, treat yourself. Definitely in Joann's, they always have coupons. Like sometimes they'll have 40% off of a full price item. So you can use one of those coupons and get you a good hook. Or like I did also Amazon. So I need a green with the, no, I need yellow with the green. Yellow with the green. All right. But that would be fun. It's simple, actually. The workup is the hardest part, but even that is not hard. It's repetitive. It's very repetitive, but yeah, we could definitely do a ruffle hat. I made some do-rags the other day. I did a yellow one. I did like a fall yellow, this color yellow. Um, with like a orange. It was like a rustic orange and like a mustard color. And then like I said, I made the beanie hat last night. But after I made it, I was like, man, I could keep it. I could make me a little strap. I could throw in me a little pocket, like a little pocket. And I was about to make it into a cute little crossbody. And I'm sitting here talking to myself like, I'm going to make it and I'm going to put it to my pop-up shop because if you leave it to me, I want to keep all of my creations. I want to keep them all to myself. But the world needs this arts in their lives. They need it. So, yeah, I was like, I'm going to be making these granny squares for basically all day. I might as well come on live and chit chat with y'all because y'all be putting me onto a lot of game. I be learning a lot from y'all. And I catch myself talking about you guys when I get, like, when I'm just talking to my husband. I'm just like, yeah, I was talking to so-and-so on YouTube. So you guys are really like becoming my family. So welcome, welcome. If you're new to the live, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're trying to grow over here. I think I'm up to like 1,200 subscribers now on this channel. So it's grown quite significantly this year. I had this channel for like, I think 2 or 3, maybe 3 years. And just this year, I was like, all right, I know how to edit videos because like I be on TikTok. So I learned how to edit videos. I'm like, it's time for me to just start taking TikTok a little more seriously, showing up for myself. And I noticed that when I go live, I get a lot more subscribers than when I just post my content. So, gotta have different ways to reach out to your peeps and find your peeps who likes what you do. Let me know, are y'all crocheting? Are y'all creating over there on the other side of the screen? What are you doing? Hello. Welcome, Milo. Is it Milo? Welcome, Milo, to the live. So that's the green and the yellow. And I mean the yellow and the green, and this is the green and the yellow. So this is why I try to keep them kind of what's the word? Organized. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down. So we have the white with the yellow. We have the green with the yellow. And then we have the burgundy. Then put those back down. We got the burgundy with the green. The white with the green. And then the yellow with the green. All right. Next up is the brown. So I'm going to do the burgundy with the brown first. And I just keep going in order. Crocheting a scully to go with a cardigan while on lunch. Oh, nice. What will you do? I'm making a cat beanie, a cat ear beanie. So they look like this. And then at the top, like it's squared. So at the top, you kind of like scrunch it down and it's like a cat ear. So I'm making a couple of those for my pop-up shop. Mass producing. I always see people on like TikTok and stuff like that, and they be like, I don't understand why people complain about the prices, and they don't understand that with our two hands, we have to create fabric. Said fabric has to then become a item. Like, you don't understand the struggles of the time that is invested in creating such masterpieces. So over the weekend, look how pretty this came out. I'm really proud. First of all, it's the first time me trying to make any kind of lace. I was trying to teach myself how to do another granny square. So this is like a willow granny square or something like that. But I'm using the Karen Simply Small, Simply Soft. And I made this. And I was making it for my aunt. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. And I just kind of like threw it to the side. But I think I might just finish it and see where it goes. But yeah, I was going to make like a coaster or something for her. Probably could have just left it. I don't know. But yeah, I like just picking up stuff, trying it, and then throwing it to the side. Right, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was like, man, I came like to her house empty-handed, but she knows that like I'm busy getting prepared for my shop, my pop-up, so she gets it. But I'm just like, man, I feel bad. I want to make her something real quick. And I just, me, just go online, look it up, self-teach myself. All right, now I'm putting this brown on and then tuck that old color. But yeah, I really want to make those pants. I don't know. I feel like when I do the granny squares, I'm more likely to finish because the granny squares, all of them are different. Like, that's exciting for me. Now, if I was to do some pants, I feel like after a while I might get bored of just doing double crochets until the pants work up. I don't know. I gotta be motivated. So I'm really kind of torn on what kind of pants I really want to make for the pop-up. So we'll see. We'll see. I gotta go with a game plan. I am gonna pick up the Medela brand yarn though, because that was definitely top of the list. And I do need some more ruffle hats. So it's really good that you want that tutorial because I need to make it anyway. I have about, I say about 4 ruffle hats, but because of the yarn that I used, I don't like that it's not as full as I would like it to be. And if I wanted it to be another, like the fullness, my desired fullness, I'm gonna have to go buy more yarn and add to those ruffles versus using the Medela brand and using only 2 of them and still having probably a little bit of yarn left over. So you have a great, you have great talent. Thank you so much. Tell us about your pop-up shop. They kind of, they kind of intimidate me. Why do why do you feel intimidated by pop-up shop? So, my pop-up shop's gonna be in Harlem, New York. Um, and it's cool. It's a little spot where a bunch of vendors, we all come together. There's people who are like caterers, so they have food there. Some people make desserts. There's a girl there who does like a um she kind of like, I don't know how you would say it, but she influenced people to like walk and live a healthy life. So a lifestyle. So she's gonna have her table. So different people come together and we're indoors. So it's nice because you don't gotta worry about being, outside in the cold. And everybody comes in and it's only for 4 hours long and we just sell our stuff. The only thing is that like I have 2 racks. So it's like about downsizing to the area of we're gonna do a pop-up shop because I'm only gonna be able to probably have 1 rack and I have to plan for having 1 rack because things happen. You gotta be flexible. So I need to actually fix it. The rack that I currently have, I want to spray paint it because it's just white. It's just a white rack with silver. But I want to spray it. I want to get a rug. So I need to make a list of things that I am going to need. But I started working on my table. Now, I felt like my table was flat, so I was talking to some of my friends, and they was teaching me, like, how to add some dimension to the table to make it more inviting. Where do you buy your worsted? I get it from Joann's. They usually got good sales on the yarn. I think it was like $3.99. But I'm excited about it though. It's a good opportunity to network. A lot of people come up in there, they be having good energy. So it's gonna be a good experience. I just want to make sure that my table is nice and full and that they got a bunch of options to choose from. I also got to get started on those bracelets. And I know I say the same thing and I probably sound like a broken record, but I got to talk about it because my mind is just like on go. Even my family's like, yo, you okay? Like, I just be to myself. When I got like work to do, I just got to be in my zone. Put my music on, be in my zone. Create. What's next? What I need to do next? Like, you know how Beyonce is? She's a perfectionist. Like, I got Virgo on my chart. So, like, that's a part of me that I feel like I need to have enough of everything and different options. And, you know, I just overthink. Okay, thank you. I will order it too. Cool. All right. Yeah. Oh, and the other, you don't have to order it. You could get the Medela brand yarn from Walmart. Walmart carries it. So you don't have to order anything. You could just go to the store and get your yarn, girl. They be having a lot of different combos too, like gradients. The one that I had made was the burgundy. So it was like a soft pink, and then the soft pink turned into a nice burgundy. So I definitely think you should keep your eyes peeled for that one. You will not be disappointed. So now I'm gonna do the yellow with the brown. And I'm only moving this slow because I'm on live and I'm kind of like talking through it. We're gonna put the brown with the yellow. And then I think we just have to do a brown and white. Yeah, I gotta do a brown and white. So we're gonna chain 3 and then double crochet and make our granny square. Yeah, it's fun to do it this way because you want all your grannies to kind of be different and not have a bunch of the same pattern. And like I said, you're making a lot at once. So once I finish this part, which is kind of tedious because you got to just make sure that, like I said, you're getting all your color combinations and stuff like that. But you just start assembling it. And this is why I think a granny square would be best to make like a sweater. Wow, you are so fast. Thank you. Yes. A time and just doing it over and over. You just be like moving. I saw this other crocheter. She was saying that there's another technique of instead of doing like a yarn over to do a yarn under. But I'm like, in order to do a yarn under, like I would literally have to retrain my brain on how to crochet because I'm used to doing yarn over. It's like so natural for me. Not saying I wouldn't do it. I would probably do it for like a certain project because it gives you a different look in your stitch. But nah. Ooh, what's going on here? Nope. See, this is what happened in the car. I was saying earlier that when I was driving in the car the other day, well, my husband was driving, I was making some granny squares and I was noticing that when I was gonna assemble my hat, that the granny squares was a lot smaller, and it's because in like corners, instead of doing 6 double crochets, I only had did 4. So it definitely reduced and made an impact on the overall size of the granny square, which is a good mistake that I made because I be wanting to make a hat for like my daughter or my nephew. And I feel like the way how I do my granny squares now with the 6 double crochets into each corner, it makes the hat or the square a lot bigger. But now that I know how to make it a lot smaller, I'll be able to create a hat that would be better suitable for like an infant that's like 3, hence my nephew. I want to make him a hat. Makes it tighter and neater. Yeah, I heard, but like I said, I'm just so used to doing the yarn over that that's something I would have to really just focus on. I would probably like do a full project with it just to like train my mind, but I'm like, now is not the time. Now is not the time. I just gotta get these things out. So now I'm gonna do a granny square with the white in the middle and the brown as the second row. So I got to chain 4 and then slip stitch into the first chain, yarn over, slip stitch through, and then chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And then in that circle, we'll start doing our double crochets. So you do 2 more double crochets, 1, 2. Sometimes that little tail be messing me up. And then chain 2, and then 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. and then chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. 1, 2, oops, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do that one more time. So over the weekend, I got to work with some different yarn called Thick and Quick by Lion Brand. It's nice. It was really nice. I made my mother-in-law a nice scarf, infinity scarf. So she is set for the winter. I had got it for like a good deal too. The store next to me was like, it was like basically on clearance. I was like, yes. And I had no idea I was even going to see her. So I just started the project and I actually saw her the day I finished it. Like I finished it in the car on my way to see her. Like I'm on point. These hands definitely move fast. The most downside about having a bunch of granny squares is having to tuck in all those tails because the tails are ridiculous. So now what I usually do is when I like have somewhere to go in the car and play passenger princess, I'll try to take my beanies with me so I can like just tuck all my ends. And I also have to start something called blocking, where you basically wash the garment or the piece. I'm gonna have some unscented unscented detergent, and then you have to roll it inside of a towel, and then you put it on like a pegboard, and then the pegboard will dry it. So it'll be stretched, and apparently like the piece will appear to be more relaxed and settled, I guess will be the word. Yeah, so the fun part ain't until more like round 3 when you get to see all the colors really starting to work up. But because I'm doing all the round 2s, I know that my granny squares might be looking a little boring. But bear with me, bear with me. We're almost there, I promise. Okay, I'm about to put my music on so I can really just vibe. I gotta finish eating my lunch because I didn't even finish doing that. A streamer works well also. A steamer works well also. Oh, okay. So if I get the steamer, I won't have to do half of that work, huh? But all right. So what is the proper etiquette when it comes to like crochet pieces? Are we supposed to wash it? Like, because I've heard that. So I was like, okay, I guess that's what blocking is. So let me start doing that. So if I steam it, it won't be clean. So should I clean it first and then steam it? I don't know. Am I making this more complicated? I'm still a little new. Like I'm good at crocheting, but I'm still new to the business side of things. Cause certain yarns be like professionally dry clean. I was like, ooh, I'm bougie like that. I make items that gotta be professionally dry cleaned. Oh my gosh. All right. Now, Houston, we may have a problem. So I have this burgundy color. And I'm supposed to make the second round for this one, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to do these all white. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. But I really do like that burgundy. But yeah, I'm going to do these white. I like this white because it's like a cream color, but it's kind of like a sheer. I'm at work listening to, hey, cool. All right, Nita, always on standby. I love you, boo. I promise I won't stop watching you. Cool, yes. Get these watch hours up, y'all. We trying to take off in 2025. I show up for y'all show up for me. You like and you comment and you put your notification bell. So when I come on, we vibe, we chill, we create, right? So whether it's me crocheting or me making waist beads, it's always going to be a vibe. Now, I don't know if later on I'm going to get back on and make these bracelets, but I want to start making my chakra rate I can't talk. Chakra bracelets and get that together. But my mind is all over the place. But if I could get these two hats done today, what? And then get some pictures. Are you making a granny square? I am, Amelia. So we made the brown and white. I'm a white and brown. We have the yellow and brown. We have burgundy and brown. Then we have the green and burgundy and green. White and green. Yellow and green. White and yellow. Green and yellow. And we're only doing the first two rows right now, and then I'm gonna work on the next row. Oh, a bracelet. I'm doing good. It's so cold here already. I know last night the temperature just dropped. They're so good. I'll subscribe. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so the plan is they're gonna look something like this. Okay. In different variations. Oh my god, I love the burgundy and green and yellow and brown. Yeah. Oh. So the yellow and brown, I think is going to work up like this. So yeah, these earth tones, that's why I'm like, man, I'm going to have to get another ball of yarn. Nita, I'm going to have to get your address because I'm going to have to send you a little bag. It's going to be a Christmas gift for always hanging out with me during my lives. But like, I'm like, I got to make me a bag out of these color combos because it's giving what it needs to give. And I'm just fighting the urge to keep it for myself. But I'm like, you know what? I just got to come out with some bags. That's it. That's all. Problem solved. I'm just going to add bags to my site. By next year, I'm going to have bags, oils, marigold seeds. You name it. It's going to be one-stop shop. One-stop shop. So not right now, I'm doing a burgundy and white. And then all these second rows will be the cream color with the different granny square beginning. So this one, then I'll do the green, then I'll do probably brown. Did I do brown already? I don't know. I didn't know. But yeah, I got pretty fast at crocheting though. Like that's why I could make a project in a day with no problem. And that's because I get so like excited like to see the end result that I'm like, oh my gosh, hurry up. But if you have any questions when it comes to crocheting and stuff like that, feel free to ask in the comment section. Don't be shy. We're all friends here. We're not judging. There's no dumb questions, okay? So feel free to ask. If you are new to like getting into crocheting, the items that you should get is really simple. All you need is some yarn, some colors that you like and enjoy that you will want to see. Number 2, start with something quick. Oh, number 2, scissors. And number 3, time and patience. So yes, you should start with something quick because it will keep you motivated into wanting to continue to create more pieces. So start with something like maybe a mitten, maybe some socks, maybe a headband. You know, little things like that. Or granny squares. Now, like I said, granny squares is all cool, but you're going to have to learn real fast how to tuck your ends. I just recently learned how to tuck my ends on my projects. I didn't do that before. I would just like tie knots in it and cut it. Oh, what am I doing? I used to tie knots in my items and just cut it and hope for the best. But you know, after learning everything about crocheting, I learned you have to tuck your ends. And it does make a big deal because, for example, if you're making a hat, that's one of those instances where the inside of the hat will be shown. So you want to make sure like your ends are handled and not be looking like a hot mess. Yes, inbox me because I want to be able to send you some keto desserts. All right, yes, absolutely. 'Tis the season. Everybody's already starting to put up their Christmas trees, and I'm just like, first of all, this year I said I was gonna buy a real one because I threw my artificial white tree away. And I missed it because let me tell you, I'm the lazy type. I don't know if y'all ever seen the hack where you're supposed to get the saran wrap and you wrap your tree and then you just kind of store it in the basement and hope for the best. That's what I do every year. And then when I pull it out, I'll add on more ornaments and more decorations. I fluff it out. We are good to go. And then I'm super lazy. I make sure it's pre-lit, like already. We're not even putting the lights on. But this year I want to be extra mom and get a real tree. So I don't know. I might just get another fake tree, an artificial tree, because now that I'm sitting here and thinking about all the work that's going to go into it, my teenager is going to care less about that tree. I'm going to be the one by myself, stressed out, putting it up and taking it down by myself. Carry the thread along as you carry the thread along as long as you crochet if the same color. You can say shasek. I don't even know what that means. So I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to say something that's not something good. Um yeah, when it's the same two colors, yeah, you could definitely carry the yarn through the project, like flip through. But because I'm using different colors throughout, I'm stuck with all those tails. So I just be having, like I said, when I'm watching a movie or a show or something like that, where I just like, okay, I want to do something with my hands, but I don't necessarily want to make another project. That's when I'm just like, okay, let's do the tedious stuff. And once it's done, and it's so rewarding. Like, okay, that looks amazing. And that project is finished. Yesterday, I finished a cat beanie and I tucked the ends to the do-rag that I crocheted. So this is the green and the white. Hello, greetings, Malo, but in Polish. Oh, okay. But I can say it in English. I think it's just as effective. Um, we need, I got the green with the brown. I need the green. We got the green with the white. I need the green with, I got green with the yellow. What color am I missing? So I am hitting a wall. Hang on. So we got the white, the green with the yellow, and the yellow with the green. All right. And then for this one, sorry, y'all, I'm just getting my colors in order because I'm starting to get a little lost. All right. And then we got that one. And then the white will be this one. So I need a yellow with the white. Okay, so I gotta make a yellow one. Ends and ruffles are murder. Oh my goodness, right? The unspoken truth behind the ruffle is like, we gonna have PTSD once this trend is over because those ruffles, oh, they're so beautiful and they're so like aesthetically nice to look at, but baby, like we're all gonna have carpal tunnel because of them ruffles. They gonna have some kind of class action lawsuit. If you or a loved one suffer for making the trending hat of the viral ruffle hat, if so, you may be entitled for some compensation because those ruffles be putting us crocheters to work. Okay? To work. Mm, 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 mm. All right. I never put my music on. I'm supposed to be jamming, putting my music on like Donkey Kong. But yeah, it's this girl on TikTok. Her name is, I think, Chrissy. And take what's that? All right. And she be making some nice clothes. Like she be making nice tops and stuff like that. And she made this top yesterday. I seen on TikTok. I'm like, girl, please, can we get the pattern? Because I already know how I'm going to style it. Please, what is the Etsy? I don't know though. I don't like I don't like to follow written patterns yet. Like I haven't made it to that point. Like I could throw on a YouTube channel, like a YouTube pattern, and follow along like that. But I don't like written patterns as of yet. Rather, I haven't actually done it. All right, so now we got our yellow, and we're gonna do our white. Yeah, what's messing me up is that I didn't do the granny squares for the white. So I'm like, what am I missing? Okay. So I'll tug this. And then chain 3. Appreciate you guys just hanging out with me. Like I said, the granny squares is really going to look like something when we hit round 3. So only the loyal ones is hanging out with me during row 2. And then everybody else going to want to come on in, y'all, later on. Like they've been with us the whole time. Like y'all wasn't rocking with us. Y'all wasn't shooting with us in the gym. We was in boring line 2. Boring row 2. We know. It's okay. This one looks really pretty though. This white, yellow with the white next to it. Looks just like a flower. Like a carnation. It kind of remind me of. But yeah, I want to learn how to make like heart designs inside of like the granny squares and just different types. So like for one of my little cousins, I'm gonna make her a blanket. So I want to make her a blanket, but like for each granny square, like I want one with a star, one with a heart. I'm gonna crochet her name, so I have to now learn how to crochet letters. So, you know, that's what I like about making stuff for people, because for every project, I always want to be extra and do something, but I always end up learning how to do something new. That's a new technique. I just wish I made a bunch of money off of my crocheting, because I don't yet. Not yet, but one day I hope to make a lot of money from my crochet, because like it's one of those things I never thought I would be like super good at, but here we are. I'm really good at it. So why not? So the middle colors are how we're going to do the border of every granny square. So like the end border for this granny square that's in my hand, that last color is probably going to be white. Or what I could do is end all of them with the same color. So I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, because I don't know what colors I'm going to use. We'll see. We'll see how I feel once I finish all of the granny squares, lay them out, and go from there. But yeah, but I definitely could do all of the borders the same. I might do that with this one. Because I haven't done that with my other hats. So, like I said, I'm always doing something. So now we're going to cut it off. Yes, I'm going to send you my number. Just make sure to get in contact with me so I can send you some sweets and we can stay in contact. Okay, I think I did put your number in my phone. So today I'll send you a text message. If not, I think you sent it to me through my Gmail. So yes, I'm going to hit you up. All right, we got yellow, we got burgundy, we got green. I need a white and brown. Let's do another granny square for the white. Yeah, but this kind of yarn here has like a satin. You see how it's like kind of shimmery, shiny? I like the finish of this yarn. So once you start playing around with different yarns, you start falling in love with them. And then you know what you want for what projects, which is amazing. I have a pink one like this one too. I haven't done nothing with it yet. So now that I'm thinking about it, I might do like a pink and white one. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a pink and white. And it's a good way to get rid of all of my yarn and have a reason, an excuse to go and shop and buy more. But I want to have like a bunch of hats. I want to have mad hats. My last pop-up shop, I was going crazy because I was going to do like a transitioning of having the smaller size waist beads and getting into the 6mm size waist beads. So like I was like trying to make different strands of colors for each color, like each color. Like does that make sense? But I was like going crazy doing that for my last pop-up. So now I'm pretty established with my waist bead colors. Of course, I need to make more, so I will be. But my focus is just now right now on crocheting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect that. Oh wait, I was supposed to do a brown middle. Yeah, I was supposed to do a brown middle. What a waste. All right. And then I think this will conclude round 2 for all of them. Oh man, I froze. Don't hope you will make a bunch of money off of it. Don't hope for nothing. You can speak that stuff into existence. You got this, baby girl. You right. You definitely right, Nita. I just got a phone call from my mom and it just froze my whole life. So I'm going to have to log off. Oh, man. All right. I'll be back, y'all.